From legends to letdowns, these DCEU stars took very different paths. The DCEU gave us unforgettable icons and unforgettable failures. From Superman's glory to headline-making scandals, here's who fans adored and who they couldn't stand. When Ezra Miller was first cast as the Flash, fans were pumped. His take on Barry Allen, quirky, awkward, and full of nervous energy, brought something new, especially in Zack Snyder's Justice League. But that spark, it fizzled fast. In 2020, things took a dark turn. A shocking video of Miller choking a woman in Iceland went viral. Soon after, arrests followed: assault, disorderly conduct, and even burglary in Hawaii. Then came grooming allegations from multiple families, painting a deeply disturbing picture. Warner Brothers had a major problem. The Flash cost over $200 million. But how do you market a blockbuster when the lead actor is drowning in scandal? They didn't. No press tour, no interviews. Miller vanished from the spotlight. The result? A total box office disaster. It made just $271 million, way below expectations. Fans boycotted it, unwilling to support a star with so much baggage. Despite the slick visuals and multiverse hype, nothing could save the film. Ezra Miller's fall from fan favorite to one of the DCEU's most controversial figures wasn't about what happened on screen, but everything off it. Man, if anyone ever looked like they were born to be Superman, it's Henry Cavill. Dude's got that jawline you could probably open a can with, plus those eyes that kind of say, yeah, I could bench press a planet. He didn't just wear the suit, he owned it. Man of Steel rolled in, and suddenly, Clark Kent wasn't just some dorky disguise. He was an actual dude with issues, trying to figure himself out. Then Batman v Superman happened, and let's not even get started on the whole Martha thing. People still argue about that online like it's the moon landing. By the time Zack Snyder's Justice League dropped, we finally got to see Cavill's Superman done right. Fans, ecstatic. Warner Brothers, question mark. Honestly, they dropped the ball big time. Cavill got ghosted. No real sequel, just a blinking UL teasing Black Adam. Then James Gunn comes in and boom, new Superman, fresh reboot, Cavill out. Fans lost it. Internet meltdowns everywhere. But Cavill, guy walked out with his head high, no messy Twitter rants, just a classy goodbye. That's Superman energy right there. If you ask me, he's still the Superman, on screen and off. Not just for how he played it, but for handling the whole mess with actual dignity. It's hard not to respect that. Oh man, Jared Leto went for it with Suicide Squad, but not in the way anyone wanted. The dude got so deep into his method acting rabbit hole that he was allegedly mailing his co-stars dead rats, used condoms, and yeah, some truly weird notes. Like, who thinks, you know what'll help me nail this role? Biological hazards. It didn't exactly win him any friends on set. Mostly it just made the whole vibe super awkward. Imagine coming to work and wondering if you're going to get a box of something gross from Jared Leto. Hard pass. And the studio? They hyped him up like he was about to be the next big Joker, slapping his face all over the promos and teasing some wild new version. But then the movie drops, and what, the big bad Joker's on screen for maybe 10 minutes? Fans were just sitting there, blinking like, wait, that's it. And then there's the damaged tattoo on his, which honestly made everyone cringe. Plus those lines like hunka hunka.
Hunka hunka! Hunka hunka!
It all felt so try-hard, like your uncle at Thanksgiving desperately trying to be cool with the kids. People weren't having it. The backlash hit fast. Warner Brothers quietly pretended he never happened for Justice League. Blink and you'll miss him. Then Joaquin Phoenix came in and just blew everyone away with a Joker that had some depth. And after that, Barry Keoghan creeped people out in The Batman with his spin. Leto's version, it got left in the dust and nobody was clamoring for a comeback. So in the end, instead of leaving behind a legacy of chaos or brilliance, Leto's Joker mostly just left everyone rolling their eyes. For a lot of comic book fans, he didn't revolutionize the character. He just made him kind of unwatchable. Oof. The second Margot Robbie swaggered onto the screen in Suicide Squad, Everyone else faded into the background. Harley Quinn just hijacked the whole damn movie. Nobody stood a chance. Robbie went all in, busted her butt with stunt training, nailed every fight scene, and somehow made Harley feel like she jumped straight out of a graphic novel and into real life. Sure, not every spin-off was a home run, Looking at You, Birds of Prey, Haters. But even when the scripts wobbled, Robbie didn't. She flexed her acting chops, especially in The Suicide Squad, where Harley finally got to be more than just a glittery wrecking ball. She had legit feelings in everything. And get this, when Lady Gaga got cast as the next Harley, Robbie didn't throw shade or start drama. She was pure class, hyping Gaga up like a pro. Margot didn't just play Harley Quinn, she basically rewrote the blueprint, turning a bonkers sidekick into a full-blown pop culture legend. All attitude, badassery, and style for days. Let's be real, nobody walked out of Aquaman 2 raving about Amber Heard's performance. That wasn't the headline. The whole Johnny Depp fiasco, that's what hijacked the spotlight. People went wild online, over 4 million signatures on some "boot her from the movie" petition. That's not just a blip, that's a full-blown internet mob. Warner Brothers acted like they didn't care, but you could practically hear the rumors about her role getting chopped echoing through every subreddit and Twitter thread. So when Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom finally dropped in 2023, the drama didn't stay at the courthouse. It followed Heard right to the big screen. And oof, people were not kind. Critics roasted her acting, calling it robotic. The spark with Jason Momoa from the first movie snuffed out. Fans noticed. The box office noticed too, because the sequel tanked hard compared to the first. 433 million sounds nice until you remember how much the first one hauled in. And online, chaos. Memes everywhere, arguments that went in circles, and people threatening boycotts like it was their job. Even hardcore DC fans got that weird, cringe-worthy feeling seeing her show up again. The damage was done way before the opening credits rolled. Honestly, Amber Heard's Mara is barely a footnote now. She's the person everyone associates with courtroom drama and PR nightmares, not some iconic superhero moment. In the DC universe, she's the poster child for controversy, and yeah, a lot of folks would rather forget she was ever part of it. Before 2018, Aquaman was the punchline of every superhero joke. An orange suit talking to fish, you get it. Then Jason Momoa stormed in. Rugged, bold, and surprisingly funny, he flipped the narrative on its head. Suddenly, Aquaman wasn't a joke. He was a box office powerhouse, smashing records with over 1.1 billion and becoming the DCEU's top-grossing film. Momoa didn't just play a hero, he made one. But it wasn't just the trident and tattoos that won fans over. It was Momoa himself, his love for animals, his passion for the planet, and his wild, lovable energy made him instantly relatable. He wasn't trying to be cool, he was cool. That raw authenticity made audiences cheer for both the King of Atlantis and the man behind him. Even as the DCEU shifted into reboot mode, one thing stayed the same. Fans still wanted more Momoa, and they're getting it. He's set to return, not as Aquaman, but as Lobo in James Gunn's revamped DC universe. A new role, perfectly tailored to his vibe. Jason Momoa's impact is undeniable. He took the most ridiculed hero in comics and turned him into a billion-dollar legend. Aquaman's redemption? All Momoa. Man, when Wonder Woman dropped back in 2017, Gal Gadot just straight up exploded onto the scene. She had that whole world on fire energy, you know? People were obsessed. She was Wonder Woman, like, for real. Total powerhouse vibes. And honestly, she made superhero movies feel fresh for the first time in ages. For a hot minute, you couldn't even talk about DC without bringing up her name.
All-powerful persona to compensate for my childhood trauma.
I too have childhood trauma.
That thing is crazy.
The lasso of truth.
Then, yikes. Wonder Woman, 1984, happened. That movie, kind of a mess. The script flopped. The choices were all over the place. Like, who signed off on that? The buzz faded quickly. And don't even get me started on that weird Imagine sing-along she did with the other celebs during lockdown. That thing landed like a lead balloon. Add in a few political dust-ups, and suddenly her shining rep took some real hits. Now she's just kinda gone. No big farewell, not even a cheesy cameo in the rebooted DC stuff. Wild, right? There was a time she was the poster child for empowerment, but now it's all a bit murky. She's got both these epic highs and awkward lows tangled up in her Wonder Woman legacy. Funny how fast things change. No one had high hopes for Peacemaker, mostly forgotten in D-list. With a chrome toilet for a helmet, his moniker even sounded like a joke. Then John Cena changed the entire perspective. With razor-sharp timing, an imposing physical presence, and unexpected charm, he turned Peacemaker into the breakout star of the Suicide Squad. Audiences simply wanted more. Then came the series Peacemaker, which utterly blew the expectations out of the water. Praised with a 93% score on Rotten Tomatoes, this show delivered vomit-worthy humor, wild action, and an almost disrespectful amount of emotional depth. It was not simply a time-hurry-by kind of show. The show rather made people care. Cena proved to be a surprise in showing real acting chops, speaking volumes about his prowess beyond being a wrestler in a costume. Behind the higher side of respect, he continues to keep that going. A now viral clip of him asking a fan for consent before his filming displayed humbleness beyond the Thunder hero persona. He was one as much as he acted the part of a humble anti-hero. The fans loved him even more as a result. And the best part? He's not done. Peacemaker Season 2 is confirmed, making Cena one of the rare DCEU stars surviving James Gunn's reboot. John Cena proved you don't need an iconic cape to shine. With the right actor and writing, even the oddballs can take center stage and steal the spotlight. The DCEU had highs and total wipeouts, but with the reboot ahead, a fresh start is on the horizon. If you like this breakdown, hit like, share it around, and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite heroes and villains. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.